Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, so, reading this book, Mindset, and it's very interesting about whether you have a closed or an open mindset. So, I thought I'd sort of tackle some understanding here. I'm not going to get it right necessarily, but I'm learning, I'm trying on something new. I'm going to do what I call growing or expanding or pushing my boundaries in the way I think, right? So I do a lot of that, or do it as often as I can, right? That doesn't necessarily happen every day, but I try. And this is where the idea that you're being challenged about your natural ability, um, the idea that I want to talk about. There are lots of things that keep us small and keep us stalled, and one of those is this stop sign that when things get hard, because you've always been able to do it very, very easily, and then something happens and you can't seem to overcome it. So you're like, that's it. I'm not good at that. I'm going to stop, whether it be math or science or music or athletics. Those are the things that a lot of times we believe as a culture and society that people have natural abilities, natural talent, and that the rest of us that don't have it can't acquire it, can't compete, can't do those things at a higher and more proficient outcome or try or ability, whatever it is. And so I want to, as adults, we are managing our lives in whatever way we see fit. We might go to work and our bosses might throw something on our desk that is a bit of a challenge or a stretch in what we know or what we do or what we have done for our job in the past. And so, how do you approach this? How do you decide what you're going to do here? Do you, sort of tuck your head down, try to, not be called on, pass it off to other people? Or do you think of it as a challenge to be even better at your job and even more proficient and gain more skills and knowledge about your area of expertise? It's interesting, right? There are, as adults, we try not to encourage that sort of behavior, and we try to exhibit, sort of these traits and abilities that we can and should have out in society. And I think that, you know, I often do this where I get to a stop sign where I feel very unsafe and I'm not sure about my abilities to do the thing, and I stop, procrastinate. I look the other way. I do other things. I put things on my calendar above it. There are things that I do, and it's sort of challenged my natural ability to be able to, just go. I'm gonna go, do this email, make this offer, talk about this person, about this thing, or about this project, or whatever it is. And I have to, be honest with myself and say, what is that? What is that going on? Is it challenging my natural ability? And I'm thinking that I'm going to be a failure and have to label myself a failure because it's not part of my natural ability? I have to rethink that, right? Mindset is one of those things that, we can swim along in our life and not really think about whether you have a growth mindset or a closed mindset. And having that natural ability and not being able to just skate along on that natural ability is a very closed mindset. Um, so what do you do when you're challenged with your own natural ability? I'd love to know. Yeah, I'm wrestling with this myself, so let's chat. Hope your day goes well.